All right, let's get to it. PDA versus PDA at the Princeton Super Cup was the final tournament game. All right, first play, transition defense. We got a punt from the other team, and watch their winger. And then here's our right wing, right mid. One of the things I've talked about, one of the phrases I use, is 4 major moments in the game. Attacking, transition to attack, defend, transition to defend, transition, right? That's such a key part, tracking back. If you don't, teams are, especially good teams this level, are going to make you pay. Fortunately here, Matt makes a tremendous play and making up for it. But otherwise, this guy's got a fast break, and it takes a little bit of Matt going full speed, perfect slide tackle, in order for them, probably saves a goal there. But marking back, tracking back, following the runners, that's strictly mental, strictly effort. Gotta look to do better in those situations, all right, from track and back standpoint. All right, building out here. First off, we want to get a touch right here. Avoid letting the ball roll, because that could potentially pin us into a corner. We get a touch there, and then they're going to have to make a decision on how to play this, right? Because you look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of us and only 2 of them. So if we space out correctly, they can't defend us or can't win the ball. All right, so, but even so, we finally get a grab of it here. And I like our mindset. I like our creativity. We're thinking how to get out of this situation, not just booting it and chasing it. So we find Hudson in a good spot here, right? He is open. He's got a lot of space in him. Now, here's the details it requires to be successful in this situation. Hudson needs to scan and see this player right here and get his body in between the ball and the player. And then he takes his first touch out in the space, which is over this way, right, in front of Matt. And then Matt would make a little run out here. And Hudson would ideally hit Matt within 2 touches. And now we should be off to the races with a pretty good attack going downfield, whether that's a continued short pass out there, here, or Davin over the top. Right? So, but yeah, I like it. We just got to be a little more polished. 2 touches in the middle. If you're in the middle of the field, receiving the ball in the middle here, especially on our own end, it should really be 2 touches. You got to be faster. Decision makers be faster. That's just what being in the middle of the field with the ball requires. All right. Next one. We have another build out here. We find this here. And look, it's going to go to Jackson here. Right here, we have a 2v1. Right? If that ball goes out to the wing there, but this is Ralphie. Left foot, first time pass to Ralphie. Jackson then moves by him. That's a give and go. And again, space forward. But the requirements technically are you have to hit a perfect first time left foot pass. You have to get a good first touch. Ralphie's got to hit him back with a perfect pass. A lot of it comes down to this technical ability. So what happens here? Ball goes backwards, and wasn't what we had planned out there. All right, let's see what happens here. We believe we get Davin on a foul. So right here, Davin's going to get fouled. Now, we have to run up here, play the ball. The ref has not stopped the game. By rule, the ref on a foul, unless the ref has to get involved because you didn't place the ball back correctly, somebody's injured, maybe a wall is trying to be set up and they're not setting up in the correct distance. Those are some of like the top examples why a referee would stop the game, right? Which he's not doing here until we slow down. And then that's when here comes this guy. Now the referee's going to come in and he's going to move it back to the spot. But if we play quick there and we just put it in within the vicinity of where the foul was, we want to try and put it back where we thought the foul was and then play quick. Again, let's go back here. He's probably going to let this play go. There, we get the ball right there. We place it down. We have Ralphie just in a pass. Look, none of these people are paying attention. We got Ralphie, we got Nicholas. Got to be alert for situations like that, and just play that quick restart. Definitely like to see us do that more often. All right, here we have something on the attacking end. Something here I noticed in the attacking end. More combination play. I harped on that at halftime of this game, right? So left foot pass from Peter Davin. Give him go right back. Creates a 2v1 here with Dave and Peter and this player. Plus you could have Matt running in here, becoming a third man involved. And then this player's going to have two to deal with, Ralphie and Matt. But more type of combination play versus the dribbling through people in the attacking end. That's the path forward. These our opponents are good. Like I said, in 1v1 situations, especially on the wings, I love us taking on those 1v1 opportunities. In the middle, I prefer that we try and use number, space, and combination play more to our advantage. All right, next one. All right, here we have the ball coming out to Peter. Again, up top here, need to be a little bit more creative. We're just missing a run here. Is what's going on. So look at the numbers we have here. I mean, they only have 1, 2, 3, 4 their players, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're in a great spot here. All right, so easy to do when we slow things down, like here on video, but that's why we do this, for a learning opportunity. But Ralphie, he makes this run here. David stays put here. This player can't guard two people at the same time, right? So I don't know if Peter has. He'd have to recognize that pretty quick to get this ball. If this kid follows Ralphie to this run, then means David's wide open. I think there's enough time and space to get that ball over there, but at the very least, we want to get that over to Ralphie here, and with Ralphie's speed gets that ball high. At least Ralphie has a shot, probably from this spot here. If Peter plays that ball here, we like Ralphie's chances of being able to win that race there. All right, one more. We have another build out here. First off, Frankie, whoever's on the wings, you have to position yourself probably like, we're looking like right here, about 2 or 3 feet past this defender. And if he moves up, then you want to move up. If he moves this way, then you probably want to move more this way. And it all works out if everybody does their part and moves as a unit. But we're going to go back to the play. All right, right here. So again, we penetrate that middle. Look at all the focus that brings on the middle. But look how quick we got to be. We got to be 2 touch, and we got to recognize where the opening is. So if Frankie's in the right spot over here, this player is going to be dragged back here, most likely. And then Peter's going to be open on the what? Kind of like how it is here. See, this is Gavin. He's further up where he should be, probably a little bit more this way, actually. But because he's at least a little further in the right spot, that leaves the short option out here open. And same thing should be open here. But you got to be quick. You got in the middle, you got to be right here. Let's go back again. Right here, you have to be in a side-on position, right? And if you're in a side-on position, it's going to be easier to scan right here. And the problem is here, you know, if I'm scanning this way, I already would have saw that there's an issue over here where our spacing isn't right. So if I'm myself in that spot, I would redirect my body the other way, reverse the ball over here. But it's got to be, even if you stay this position, right here, one touch in the space and send the ball. Which we do send it after 2 touches, but we try and go in a straight line up the middle. So more, you know, it's that more scanning, quicker decision making. That's what's required. But I like the ideas, right? And I was trying to play short out of the back and build out of the back instead of kicking it. And we'll continue to do that. Of course, we got to mix it up when teams press their players too high and they're leaving no room in the back, and just send it long when they do that to keep them honest. But yeah, no, I appreciate we battled. We didn't give up in that game, and you know, we'll keep learning, and we'll get back at it. Deep Run Turkey Tournament. See everybody on Saturday. Thanks.